Hello friends, welcome to Csharp Space. Today in this video session we will discuss about CRUD operations in ASP.NET Core Web API. So let's start. We open our Visual Studio and here we create ASP.NET Core Web API template. So I choose it here and then click on next. Then here we choose a path. Here we write a project name like CRUD Web API score. Then click on next, and this will creating a project for ASP.NET Core. Here I am like using its current .NET 5.0. It's current version, and then click on next. Here I'm not using a non authentication type as a none, because here no need to use authentications. So click on create. Now this will creating a blank ASP.NET Core Web API project. Now project is created. Here this is the default controller that will display a weather forecast controller. If I debug this application, then this will return this default code that's showing weather forecast. That controller is added automatically when we choose ASP.NET Core Web API. So by default, this calling this controller, it's a get method. This method, this will display a data. This is swagger, and then this display data for this method. Like I'm click on this, try it out, and then click on execute. This will display this sample record from a controller that is hard coded from here. So here I'm demonstrating the CRUD operations, means insert, update, and delete. So I'm using for this demo, I'm using this employee table that contain like ID, name, employee name, designation, and the default created date. And I already create these procedures that contain insert operations on the basis of their type, and this for a get, and this for a get ID means we find a particular record by their ID, and this the update, and this one is for delete. So here for demonstrating this CRUD operations, I am using edu.net. You can use any other technologies that you like Link or Entity Framework. Here I am adding like one more folder, like it's a model. We need to stop this debugging options model, and I'm adding one more class. It's db.cs. It's a database access layer class, and one more class for employee model, and click on add. Here I'm getting a property for employee class. It's like a string email, and then it's email, employee name, and then designation, all this. Now we need to create here a, method that will insert, update, delete, and get the record on the basis of their type. So first of all, we need to connect this database with a project. So we need to get a connect string. Here we find this connect string from their properties. It's here. I am writing here SQL connection directly here. You can also declare this connect string to here app setting.json by using one more tag like a data and connect string. I already discussed this technique in my previous videos. You can check it out from my playlist or directly click on the above link. So I'm directly declare here it's SQL connection. We need to add a namespace for this, so I'm pressing a control dot, so it's automatically find a namespace. It's install package, find and install latest version, and this will installing this system.data.sql client is added here. Then is equal to new SQL connection. Then here we writing SQL connection, and then here we writing a method for this. It's a public string, and then I'll like it's employee like pt, and then here I need to add one more namespace. It's CRUD model, and then here I'm passing its employee class emp. I'm writing this message is equal to string dot empty, and then it's a try block, and here I'm writing is SQL command. So com is equal to new SQL command, and here I am writing this procedure name. It's sp employee, and then passing this connection object com.command type is equal to command type dot store procedures, command type dot stored procedure. We directly add this namespace here, so no need to write this as system.data every time, so I'm using it. And then com dot add parameters, parameters dot add with value, we're writing a procedure name here, then it's a emp dot id, same copy pasted here, and then it's email, and it's employee name, and then it's destination, and then it's a type. There's an email, it's MP name, and this for designation. And we need to add one more string property here for type. It's a type, then we are writing it's a type, and then this type. So we perform DML operations here. So it's a con dot open and com dot execute non query, and then con dot close, and then writing this message like success, and if any error occurred, then this message is equal to ex dot message. I'm adding one more block for finally. It's con dot state. State is equal to connection state dot open, then connection will be closed. Then we return this message string. Now we creating one more method for getting the record. Like I'm here, like it's a get a record, and this type as dataset, and here it's like it employee get, and here we change it. It's SQL data adapter, DA is equal to new SQL data adapter, and then we pass this SQL command, and we writing it's a dataset ds is equal to new SQL dataset. We declare this globally because we need to return outside this catch block. Then da dot fill, it's a ds, and then we return this ds, and if any error occurs, so I am taking this out message like first of all it's empty, then I'm writing is msg is equal to success, and then we return this ts, and this also message is here, and then we return this ts here, No need for this final block, because here we're not using a execute non-query, and no need for connection open and close. So this database access layer is completed. Now we add one more controller. It's a API controller, where we choosing this option MVC controller with read write actions. So I'm choosing this API controller with read write actions, and click on add. Here we choose the name, say employee controller.cs, then click on add. This will create a by default actions methods like get, post, put, and delete. So here we're writing all the things here, like first of all I am writing this get method. So first of all we need to use their namespaces. It's using CRUD Operations dot model, and here I am creating objects for this db op is equal to new db, and I am also providing the default value for this, because if we're providing null values then this will give an exception in procedure. This false 0. Now here we get methods, means here we finding all the records from this employee table, from this employee. So I'm writing here, it's a data set, we need to add a namespace for this using system.data equal to ds dbop dot employee get, and here we pass this message string message like string dot empty. We declare this globally because we use this for multiple times, and I'm getting this employee, getting object for this, it's emp is equal to new employee, and then we provide a value for this employee type. We want to get the value for this, so I provide the type as a get. Now we pass this object here, and this out msg, and if this like no need for this, we need to change for this as a list type, because this will return a list of employees. Then it's for each, it's a dot row d here, and then it's ds dot table 0 dot rows, and here we create object for this employee. It's equal to new employees. We create a object for this employee list, and then list dot add new employee, and then here we bind their property. It's convert dot to int 32. It's like a id, and then it's email, it's email dot to string, and then employee name equal to this column employee name dot to string, and then it's a destination, and then we return this list. Now we create another method, means we find record by their IDs. So I paste these methods here. It's int id, it's okay, and then it's employee, it's get id, that is here, like dot id is equal to id, and then it's list, and here we change this. Now we create a post method, means we inserting a data into this employee table. So here I am changing this, it's employee, and we change this object name, it's emp, and then it's like a dbop. We change this as string, string msc is equal to string dot empty, and writing a try catch block, and then writing this tbop dot employee opt, employee opt, and here it's emp, and then we cache these messages into this string, and if any exception is occurred, so it's catched here, it's ex message, and then before passing this object into this, here we passing like a type, or we can pass this type from outside, and then we return this message. Now we create a method for update. So for update, we write the same method as post, because we already have this properties id, so no need for this. Change to here like http post, and then writing it as update, and this same as the employee, so I pass it as it is here. So I'm writing this same method here. Its return type as a string, and here we passing a type as update as like this, and one more method for a delete. So we pass as this here its return type change to string, and then we take object for this employee class, and then emp dot id is equal to this id that we get from query string. Emp dot type is equal to emp dot type is equal to is delete, so we only get id from here. So now this is completed, so I am pressing control F5 for testing this application. So it is showing error. I think due to this we are reaching some multiple post methods. We update this, so I change this for their default. I already copied this put method that getting one id, and that is the employee object, employee class and object, and then we set this id is here. So now I'm pressing control 5. Now Swagger will run this, getting all the defaults extends methods that will present here. It's like a gate. Here it's insert, here we find the employee detail by their IDs, this for update and this for delete. So first of all we test this employee record. This is the text test responses, so we try it out, and this does not contain any parameters. It's no parameters, then simply click on execute. This will return from a database, because a database containing 2 records, it's here, and under like it's a post method. Here we need to provide details like id is auto incremented, so here I'm providing email like a test@gmail.com, and name like test name, and this like a software developer, and here we provide a type as a insert, and then click on execute. This providing response as a success, so we check these details will be inserted or not. So again execute this details will be inserted here. Now we finder employee id employee record by their id, like we check it out. It's like I am providing a 4, then click on execute. This will find the record by their id. It's test@gmail.com, and then we need to check this update method. Here it's id, and here like it's a test update @gmail.com. It's like test name update, and then it's designation update, designation update, and then here it's type is update. Then we click on this execute. This will be success. Now we check updated record. Updated record is here. It's a test update means record is updated. Now we test this delete, like I want to delete a record on the which has 4 number IDs, so I provide a 4 here, then click on execute. It's a success. Now we again check this 4 number record will be 4 number record has been deleted. So this is the basic concept for creating insert, update, delete, and get record in ASP.NET Core 5 with a web API. So if you have any questions, any problems, please write in the comment box. I will reply you soon. And if you like my videos, please click on subscribe button, and for getting latest update, also click on notification bell. So thanks for watching. We will meet in next video session.